So that's 30 minutes done, just on the stairs. It's been pretty consistent this whole prep actually. I say pretty consistent, it has been consistent this whole prep. I was doing, probably not the most consistently, but 30 minutes cardio on the treadmill off season. I started, I think the first 4 to 5 weeks of this prep, I was doing 30 minutes on the treadmill. Then we moved it onto the stairs and that stayed exactly the same. Just obviously over that time, I've slowly got fitter. So I've been pushing the speed of that up. And now we're currently working at level 9, 10, which is pretty good actually. I try and do my cardio with no coffee. Just take fat burners and literally get out of the house. So I'm not at the point yet where I need caffeine to get through this. I still feel very energized. My food, I say that, my food has dropped as of today. Up until today, it's been very, very consistent, very, very high. So I'll talk more about that later. And yeah, so I'm gonna go home, have some coffee and shower, eat meal 1. Hey guys, so as promised, well, for a long time, we're going to give you a quick update in regards to this prep for the Arnold. So I think Rob is currently prepping his food, so he'll be back over in just a second. So he'll contribute his update as well. So we're both 8.5 weeks out. I started prep officially at the 20-week out mark. I think Rob was a little later. I think he began at 16. So we've both been on prep now for a considerable amount of time. And I think my process definitely has been a lot smoother. Transitioning from off-season to this prep has been the smoothest transition that I've had so far, mainly because we got to such a good place in the off-season. My food was very, very high, and we've managed to kind of maintain that level of calorie pretty much from day dot. So my off-season food, I think we kind of finished things off just under the 400 grams of carbs mark. I don't know exactly because I don't count macros. I follow a certain food plan, but just going off what I've been having, I think it was just under the 400 grams of carbs. I think we were kind of 40-ish grams of fat and protein. Obviously that's relative to me. And so that was where we started the prep, and nothing actually changed at the beginning of prep. So at 20 weeks out, all we did was implement cardio, which was 30 minutes on the treadmill, maintaining a very moderate heart rate. So we started on the treadmill, 30 minutes fasted, and that was on leg day, pull day, and rest day. So all of my push sessions and shoulder dominant sessions have been no fasted cardio, because that's an area for me which is quite weak. So we try and kind of keep the calories quite high on that day. So initially at the beginning of prep, it was just deploying 30 minutes of cardio, and that was it. I think we pretty much kind of held food for a week or so, and then we had quite a big drop in food. We dropped that down. So I have training and rest day food. Rest day food consistently has been considerably lower than training day food. I'm not too sure off the top of my head how low we go. I'd probably guesstimate around the 180 to 200 grams of carbs initially, and then my training day was obviously up at the 400, so there was quite a considerable change there. And then as we've come down into a dieting phase, my rest day food was dropped, and that came down to kind of around 100 grams of carbs a day. And then my training day, we dropped it, we slashed it, and I think I held there for about 4 weeks just to kind of give myself a quick pull down. And then we've actually, after that point, we started increasing my food. So I'm around 17, 16 weeks out, my food actually started increasing to the point where we were kind of around the 300 grams of carbs again mark, pretty much from 16, 17 weeks out all the way down until around the 10 weeks out mark. So it's only really recently now that my food has kind of, I've noticed the change. He's here, welcome.
Yo.
So up until kind of essentially 10 weeks out, I was eating on training day, loads of food. My cardio has remained at 30 minutes fasted. That's not changed. I think around the 16 weeks out mark, we implemented 15 minutes HIIT cardio post-workout. Again, that's on all training days, so I obviously don't do that on a rest day. So a few times a week, my cardio will go up to 45 minutes in total, but that's only on training days and or pull and leg days. And then as of this week, my food's been dropped again. So I'm actually now in prep. In my words, I actually feel hungry now. And I think my carbs are around the 150 on training days, and on rest days, I believe it's just under 100 grams now. So yeah, it's considerably lower. But like I said, that's only been implemented for the past kind of week or so. So I'm not actually feeling the effects of that yet. I'm definitely hungry for my meals. And I mean, I'm sure Rob will say, oh, you always say you're hungry.
That's what she talks about.
But I think I mean that in the sense that I'm just hungry, like I'm ready to eat. I'm not like hanging out my ass starving. But I think obviously from now on in, kind of 8.5 weeks out, I'm sure that's going to get into the depths of prep where you start just constantly just thinking about food. So yeah, up until now, nothing's really changed. My cardio is still exactly the same as it has been. There's no change there. For me, cycles started a couple of weeks ago. We implemented fat burners, I think just over a week ago now. So up until kind of the 9 week count mark, it was pretty much just me and food. And that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. So I'm still feeling good. I think that initial cut of calories for me saw just a little bit of a push from my body. I didn't lose loads of fat. It just gave me that kind of push over that hill to get the ball rolling almost. And then as we increased the food, my body just turned into a bit of a furnace, and it's just been a steady drop until now. It's been very consistent. I've had around my cycle, as most women will know, your scale weight goes up very slightly, but that's consistently come back down. This morning I weighed in at my lowest, so as of today I was 68.2, so that's 2 kilos down in 7 days, which has been quite a big drop, and that's mainly come from the drop in food. So checked in this morning and just going to await the response to see what happens. I'm hoping that he'll tell me that I can just have a big fat juicy burger, but I feel like I'm getting my hopes up. And yeah, feeling good. I'm definitely kind of at the leanest I ever have been at this point, with the most energy. I'm still strong, that's not been affected yet, and still feeling pretty good in myself most of the time, I think. I think I'm tired in the sense that I've been training very hard for a long time now, including in the off season. There's not really been a downtime, kind of, especially through the transition. So my joints don't hurt. I think my body's just tired more than anything else, but my strength is absolutely fine. That's not faltered at all yet. And obviously training's still great. I haven't got to that point in prep where you just despise training. So yeah, that's me updated. Obviously we'll try and, if I haven't already, I'll try and bump in some clips to show you mine, and hopefully Rob's check-in as well, so you can actually see what physically we're looking like. Do you want to do yours?
Well, this isn't my video, this is your video. So I'm not going to sit here and talk more boring bodybuilding talk.
It's not boring.
People have had enough of that. So we're going to get to know you a little bit better.
Oh, brilliant.
And I've prepared 10 random questions for Scarlett.
Okay, this is...
We'll talk about my prep on a different video. Let's get to know Scarlett a bit better.
This is awkward.
Even I don't know the answers to some of these.
What?
And she had no idea I was going to do this, so...
Yeah, this is going to be fun. This
Right.
makes me nervous.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
If I had 3 wishes, what would they be? I wish that I would always have my health.
Good, I like that.
Right now, at this moment in time, I wish that my family had their health.
Comes in the same bracket, doesn't it?
Not really.
Yeah, health.
Okay,
You and
health,
the
me and my
ones.
family. My second wish will be to... I don't know, this is hard to be put on the spot. I guess second wish is just to be happy and fulfill my potential in all aspects of life. to be the best me I can be, and yeah, to be happy in doing so. It's so cliche and cheesy, isn't it? I don't want for anything though. I'm not one of these people. I don't wish to have a car. I don't wish to have this. I just wish for like good things to happen. And third wish is, I was going to make a wish for you then. Well, I'm not going to. I don't know. This is really difficult.
Take your time.
I know, this is difficult for me.
It's been an hour-long YouTube video.
I feel like I can only think of two because I need. It's one of those things that I need to think about. Like I need to think
all right,
about.
let's move on. She's going to give you two on that one. Spice Girls or Backstreet Boys?
Spice Girls.
Shit answer. Backstreet Boys are way better.
They're good. They're good. But Spice Girls was me.
If you're going to put music on, you're going to listen to Backstreet Boys.
But I listened to the Spice Girls when I was little.
Alright. If you could have dinner with one famous person, who would it be? Active or dead?
Active or dead?
Alive or dead?
Again, this is so typical Scarlett answer, but Margot Fontaine. She was probably the biggest prima ballerina in the world. She is dead, but she was the pinnacle of ballet, so 100% her.
If you could only use one word for the rest of your life, what word would you choose?
Hundy P.
Hundy P.
100%. How often do I say that?
Yeah, all the time.
I feel like that would be the word that I'd use for the rest of my life. 100%.
Or absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Pretty much that's all she says, 100% absolutely.
I say other ones as well, don't I? There's loads of them, but yeah, 100. Hundy P is what my sister made up, so shout out Diva. But yeah, 100%.
Would you rather look like a potato or feel like a potato?
I would rather look like a potato.
Would you? I'd rather feel like one, I think.
No, because you know, like after a show,
I kind of do look like a potato anyway.
You are Mr. Potato Head. No, but potatoes are like fat and stodgy. So,
no, that's looking like one though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But if you imagine how shit you feel after a prep when you're so full and just gross. I imagine that's how potatoes feel. I'd rather look like a potato.
Yeah, but they're solid, aren't they? They're pre-cooked, they're solid.
Oh, ones when they're cooked, they're all like mushy.
Well, yeah.
It depends what kind of potato.
Which is a potato, you know, pre-cooked or
roast, baked, mashed.
If you had to change your name, what would you change it to?
Rosemary. So me and Rob have this thing. No offense to anyone that's called Rosemary, but we both just associate the name Rosemary with being this like middle-aged, chubby woman.
It's probably gonna be like 20.
We're gonna get young, so much hate now.
Like
Rosemary.
Very fit Rosemary's watching.
They'll probably slide into your DMs.
Right. If you have a superpower, what would it be?
Fly.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Or I think mine would be healing, like super healing powers. That'd be awesome.
But that would be fun for 5 minutes, and then you just get bored of doing that because you just won't want to heal anyone else.
No, I heal.
Oh, yourself. So you
never get injured, never.
But then you'll live forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you'd like that?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Fly all day long.
Right. Would you rather have £1,000 per month for the rest of your life, or 200,000 now?
£1,000 for a month for the rest of my life.
What is your current pet peeve?
In myself?
What is your current pet peeve?
What really annoys me and irritates me? Loads of things really annoy me and irritate me, don't they? I'm trying to think of something so I don't like slag you off too much.
Why does it have to be about me? Me about
okay, do you know what? I'll do it about myself. Nothing. In general, like, again, it's a little bit hypocritical because I have my negative things, but it is just when, not you or me, just people in general, they're so negative about the smallest shit, and I'm so guilty of it myself. Like, I definitely moan and pick about small stuff. You do it, everyone does it, and it's like, it's irritating because there's so much more to life than just picking at small shit. Like, especially since I've started driving, I've turned into that person where I don't get like road ragey, like I don't actively shout out loud.
You realise
but people piss me off.
Twats are on the road.
Yeah.
You don't realise how many twats on the road till you actually start driving.
Yeah, for sure. And it's something that I've taken for granted, absolutely. And it's like those moments when I think to myself, like, why am I getting annoyed about that? Like, it's such a waste of time and energy. So I think just, yeah, getting annoyed at like stupid shit, negative about sweating the small stuff.
It's not small when someone nearly runs you off the road, is it? I mean, that's not small.
I'm talking about when there's just traffic or when someone drives up your ass.
Okay, last question. In one sentence, describe life.
I just really wanted to just blurt out shit, but that's just me being all miserable. One sentence to describe life. It's very philosophical, babe. You've had a lot of time to think about this.
Not really.
Um,
Intelligent guy. I just smashed it out in 2
Probably
minutes.
life is what you make it.
That's not describing life in one sentence, is it?
Well, it's my definition of what life is. It's what life is what you make it. So you either make your life good or you make your life shit. That's your choice.
Okay. There we go.
Wow, that
We
was
found out a little bit more about Scarlett.
interesting.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to have to do that to you now, but now you're going to know. I might ask you 10 questions
do
about
some-
something else.
Do something completely different. I don't know.
So yeah, that was my prep update and a little bit of insight into weird things that I think and do and say and like. And I guess you're not going to give your prep update until your video. Keep it
Yeah.
secret.
Well, it's not secret. It's just I don't want to bore people too much.
But yeah, so obviously that's pretty much what I've done up until now. I think the process coming into the show, the plan is to dial down as quickly as possible, but just dial it in early now. Now we've kind of made nice steadway. It'll be nice to kind of be ready early, and I think everyone wishes that on their prep. I've always wished it and never actually achieved it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we might be able to do that this year, and then hopefully the back end of the prep will be a little bit more bearable and just less stress, I think, mentally as well as physically, to be able to just be ready that bit sooner and almost
That's what we all want, isn't it? We all
eat
want
up
to be
for
ready
it.
early.
More from a stress perspective, I think, like, you can deal with low food and you can deal with low calories, especially like in peak week when you don't actually want to be eating. Obviously you do your carb up, but close to show you don't want to be putting that much food volume in your stomach, do you? You want to try and stay quite tight. So it's less about food and more just about mental, how you perceive yourself, how you're looking, confidence. And obviously when you're kind of chasing that body fat percentage or you're chasing that look, and you kind of end up being 7 days out and you're still worried about it, it will not positively impact your prep. You'll start thinking negative. That will take its toll on your physique. So just to eliminate that as well will be the goal. And again, I think when we get closer to the time, we'll come into more of what our protocols will be coming into peak week. I know I would like to change my protocol to anything that I've done before, and that's just keep it less is more. And I know you've experimented quite a lot with your protocols, haven't you? You've done various different things and tried a couple of things last year, and we'll probably do something a bit different this year. Now you figure out kind of what does and doesn't work for you. And for me personally, a massive carb up is just a no-no. I'd much rather come in flatter than overspill, and it's taken me about 3 preps to learn that I just can't tolerate that much carb on a peak week. So we'll try and kind of accommodate that as well, but that just is up to coach. So I will have input, I will give him my opinion and obviously my experience, but that'll be his decision. And yeah, that's about it. Do you have anything else you want to contribute?
Nope.
You don't want to say how I am?
No. I've actually got to get ready for work, so no.
Okay, fair enough. Cool, so I'll leave it there. Obviously, if anyone's got any...
See you later.
If anyone's got any questions, please just leave a comment in the box. Like I said, Rob will do his update soon. We thought we'd do it in 2 separate videos, so it's not just a very long-winded one episode. Maybe he can do kind of the 7-week out, 7.5 weeks out update. And yeah, it'll be just interesting to kind of listen to Rob, see what his protocol is. Being a bodybuilder and a figure athlete, obviously we're very, very different. Everything's essentially very, very different for both of us. His protocols this prep have been different for himself as well, so it would be nice to kind of let him give you an insight into how he's been prepping, what he's done in the past and what he's doing now. And obviously just keep you guys in the loop. So I hope that was kind of mildly useful, and my answers weren't too rubbish. It's me like picking my ear now because I'm getting all nervous. And yeah, I'll leave it there. So like, comment, subscribe, send us some love, do what you need to do. We appreciate everyone's comments and likes and subscriptions so far. The channel seems to be going down quite well. I think everyone's quite happy. So if you guys enjoy it, we'll keep doing it and we'll try and be a bit more consistent. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Take care, guys, and we'll speak to you soon.